ladies from Read, Watch, and Wine, bringing to you our podcast of the week. Rhea,
Champagne,
Treva,
and Lynn.
And today we're going to talk about the book-to-movie Earthquake Bird. So Earthquake Bird was written by Susanna Jones.
and directed by Wash Westmoreland.
Okay. So, fun fact about this movie, and if you watch it and read the book, you'll notice that it was primarily filmed in Japan, and so it actually had an early release in Japan. All right, so let's jump into it. What do y'all think about the book?
Actually didn't mind the book.
Y'all are sounding really excited about it.
I thought the book was good. It just was a little slow in the beginning, but I mean, once you finally get to the plot, it got a little bit better.
I liked the book, actually enjoyed reading it, and then when I got to the end, I kept getting confused because she was in third person, or first person, third person, back and forth, and I was like, is she telling us a story that happened to her, or is she involved in the story? Is it somebody else named Lucy? Is it going to be like a secret agent that was playing Lucy?
Right.
I had all these thoughts in my head, and then once it ended, I was like, so you were just wasting my time going from first to third person. Cool, bro.
Pretty much
I was going through that same thing because I didn't understand the whole "why are you calling yourself Lucy" thing.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just felt like Terry Crews was talking.
I thought I dozed off.
He's always like Terry this, Terry that. Yeah, it was driving me crazy.
I just couldn't catch a grip of like who she was supposed to be, who Lucy was. I was like, was she pretending to be Lucy? Did she take Lucy's identity? And I went into this whole rabbit hole of possible scenarios. But the whole time I was confused and I didn't really get an answer. Even though I enjoyed the book, I just never got an answer. Like, who are you, Lucy?
That was the first notes that I took down. It's like, why is she referring to herself in the third person?
Right.
So confused.
So I liked the book because it was suspenseful to me.
Was.
Like just trying to figure out what was going on because I really didn't have a handle on the story the entire time.
No, not in the beginning at all.
You know, sometimes you kind of know what's going to happen. I didn't have a handle on the story at all. Didn't know where it was going.
And I thought she was like paranoid and maybe she was speaking in third person for a reason to say like, you know, these were her actual inner thoughts.
Yep.
So I just could not get a grip on what I was thinking. But I am going to interrupt the conversation and go into what we are drinking today.
Yes.
Oh,
We got halfway through the bottle now, but
So I was like, I forgot something here. We are drinking a bottle of Alney Winery's Green Apple wine.
Local to us.
you guys should definitely hold on.
It's nice and sweet. So
Try
I know
some.
Lynn doesn't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
She
Right.
does not prefer sweet wine, but it's very sweet. And if you like sweet wines, it is the answer.
Yummy.
It'd be like a great mixture to add into like a sangria for me. But to drink out of a glass, I'm going to need like something to cut the sweetness.
Yeah.
But it has alcohol in it, so I'm happy.
Feel good.
Yeah, back to the book.
So you said she seemed paranoid. So I just want to jump straight into like the book to movie contrast because when I was reading the book, I'm like, she is so paranoid. Will she get over it? Why is she just living like worried about all of this stuff when it came to the girl and just looking through his pictures and stuff? But then when I watched But then when I watched the movie, like, I could see why she was paranoid. Because, for instance, Lily, you could see from day one that she was after him.
Oh, yeah.
She kept asking about him.
Yeah.
Where's Teiji? Where's Teiji? Where's Teiji? Like,
but-
whoa, calm down.
But I didn't feel that in the book. So in the book, I had a completely different impression of her. And then, because in the book I'm reading it, and at the end I'm like, oh, she was right for feeling that.
Yes.
Exactly.
But in the movie, I'm sitting here like, oh, she's so dumb. Can't she tell that girl is after her man? Like, that's my mind in the whole time I'm watching it.
And he seemed so mysteriously, like, cryptic, too. So I was like, he's up to something. In the movie. In the book, it just seemed paranoid. Because, especially how Lucy described that her and Teiji didn't have many verbal conversations.
Correct.
It was a lot of, like, body language and, like, looks they had towards each other. And then she had a hard time differentiating when she spoke English versus Japanese because in her head they kind of flowed together. So it seemed to me that like she was kind of deciphering a lot of what she was saying, a lot of what was going on. So maybe she was overthinking like the whole Teiji and Lily thing, but the whole time she was reading
right on
perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there was no doubt in the movie.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
From day one of her coming on the scene. So I guess as it relates to the changes, I like that they pretty much stuck to the storyline.
Yeah.
But there were some changes that I don't understand why they made.
Why did they take away the whole... I'm sorry to cut you off. The whole, like, Yorkshire, like, London aspect of it and make Lily from D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had no connection, like, where they were... Where they grew up in the same town and, you know, they met in Japan because one was from, like, a totally different country.
Right.
So I liked that they had that connection of being from the same hometown in the book, but it was completely lost in the movie.
Right. You mean Lily and...
Lily and Lucy.
Lily and Lucy,
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
I agree. That was like, why?
Connection that they
Because
had.
it was sort of like, okay, well then why are you still friends with her? You kind of just met her, so why is she in your life?
Right.
That connection was that bond.
Yes.
I don't know why they changed that. I don't know why they left out the note in the poem from the mom, because I don't know why I thought that was significant. When the brother...
It added more of a family dynamic besides that one letter.
Yeah.
So... I didn't like it either. They needed to have more of Lucy's past.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yes.
As the book did. It didn't have a lot of Lucy's past, but it gave some kind of insight of how she was so detached from her past.
Were you guys confused when Lily stayed the night over Lucy's house and she wanted to borrow a raincoat, but before that they had an earthquake and she made sure she was okay? But then the next morning she was like, oh, I need to borrow a raincoat. She was like, and they somehow was talking about the earthquake. Or Lucy was. And she was like, yeah, I don't remember that.
Because Lily was like, yeah, I had a great night. I slept
right.
all through the whole night.
Yeah.
And she was like, what about the earthquake?
And she was like, what earthquake? It's like, you were awake with me.
So
yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
I took it as in, that was the beginning stages of Lucy trying to figure out whether it was real or not real. Like the same thing with like Lily flirting with Teiji. Or is it real or is it imagination? So it might not have been a game for Lily to project that to her head, but I think that was the beginning stages of like, wait, is this actually happening? Or am I imagining this? Am I paranoid? Am I not
Right,
paranoid?
because at that point I would have been like, we ain't friends. You need to get out because something wrong with you.
Right, exactly.
You know, but she was like, oh, we're
Something
going to
right,
the
because I know what
right,
happened.
exactly.
I know exactly.
But she went on was like inviting her to the trip, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
But if she's mad, yeah, that would make more sense, definitely.
See, and I read it at the beginning stages of you should have been paying attention to the fact that she's a liar.
So that could be it too.
Right.
You know? So, watch
true.
her.
It could be both, like Lily being a liar and then making Lucy believe that she's crazy.
Yeah.
As in, like, making her, kind of distracting her from the fact that she wanted to take her man. That could be it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and then the whole reason that Lily was at her house that night, which was in the book because the boyfriend had reached out to someone and her old boyfriend was supposed to be trying to kill her or something.
Right.
But none of that happened in the movie, so it's sort of like, why are you at her house tonight?
Right.
And why did you move to Japan first of all?
Right.
You're not escaping this guy. You're just going
You're just there.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of annoyed me, but I missed that part of the from the book to the movie. It's like, well, why are you even here?
Right.
Why are you at Lily's house?
Right.
Why are you like guy hungry right now? Like, what is happening?
That it bothered me so much because there was no reason to take that out. They could have had that conversation instead of the conversation about the Zodiac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They could have the conversation about her old boyfriend and all of this stuff to kind of bring that story around, and they didn't. I don't even know why we talked about the Zodiac signs.
I fully agree with that. I was like, okay, there's a part that they should have had kept in, or I guess replaced in the movie from the book, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, these little small details, why are you taking them out?
Right. I felt Lucy was way too passive. Because on the dance floor, if I would have thought my man...
What would happen on that dance floor?
let me tell you.
Nobody knows.
Exactly.
It would have been a beatdown.
That's
See, I think the opposite. I would watch for hours, letting it all stir up. Just keep stirring.
Then you
that
probably
pot,
would have killed Lily.
let that
for real.
concoction brew overnight, and wait for him to wake up and just eye contact. So, we got something to talk about. It's time for you to wake up.
Y'all don't have that much
You
composure.
sleeping all nice and tidy, just wait for this bomb to explode when you first wake up.
No, but Lily would have had a knockdown on that dance
Oh,
floor.
no, she
Okay.
next. I would have knocked him down first and then go over to her house and
Right.
be like, so BFF?
All right, so let me ask y'all this, because the day that one of y'all jokers leave me sleeping on a mountaintop.
It wasn't even like a bed.
No. Laid out.
In the middle of the
dirt.
Laid out.
dirt.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
I was like, what? I mean, even in the book when I'm reading it, I was like, I don't understand. Am I reading this right? Did they leave her?
My boyfriend and my best friend
I
left
had to
me
go
on the...
back. I'm like, wait, maybe they like carried her and put her on like a park bench or something.
Nah.
With like a guy.
Or maybe
that
there's a
was
first
tour
aid
guide.
hut or something.
Nah.
No.
But your response was to that was, I left you a note.
Why did you even leave?
What are you talking about? It was crazy. crazy.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like,
I
this
must have
ain't
blew
real.
away.
This is not real.
So I must have blew away. Really?
No, we don't have to worry about no notes. How about you just take me where you go?
Exactly.
You are this big, swole dude. I'm gonna need you to pick me up and carry me.
And I weigh 2.5 ounces.
Well, she's supposed to be like stockier than Lily, but still, you are still, I put me on like a
you're
little
not gonna
talent
leave
track
me
or
there.
something.
Right.
What you're going to do is you're going to sit down. You're going to watch me sleep. Pick up your book or your camera or whatever.
Right.
Start taking pictures of blades of grass and gusts of wind. I don't care.
That's what you supposedly love, right?
Exactly.
Miss, I don't take pictures of people. I take pictures of like landscapes. But you're gonna have a photo shoot.
But before I passed out, I see you taking a photo of Libby. Like, I'm gonna get these people when I wake
And
up.
then he took pictures of Lucy as she was passing out. I was like, no, you are the absolute worst.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was...
You were taking pictures as I'm needing help from you, and then you leave me? Like, it's a double whammy.
How do you know I'm not dying, for one?
Well, how do you know Lily's a nurse? She knew.
I can't.
Lily knew. Yeah, that blew me all over the place. I was like, and then to see it like on the film, I'm like,
It blew me
really laying on the
and in the movie, it just made me mad again.
Right.
And then her getting up and trolling off like, I gotta go find them.
Right.
No, it would have been a police report. Random black lady is going crazy on the side of a mountain. She's hitting people with scooters. Everything. I would smack everybody with a helmet.
So maybe I missed the
I'd have
reason
snuck in and got him in his sleep.
why.
I ain't leaving no evidence.
Tell you what, leave me on the mountain while I'm asleep.
Yeah.
You're not gonna wake back up. When
I'm leaving the mountain. I'm leaving the mountain. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. Tip in, drop it on your head sleep, and tip out.
She's out of control.
Tipping.
Can somebody explain to me why? Maybe I missed it. Why Teiji even killed Lily? Like, I'm so confused by that.
I heard he was a killer.
Yeah, that was just him.
I think he was just like a psychopath that was hidden in plain sight.
Because he killed the first girlfriend.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, because she just moved away and he moved on so quickly. Bruh.
Good point.
Exactly.
But I don't like the fact that he died in the movie.
Yeah, versus like going away to some other part of Japan.
Because the book ended with her hearing clicking, and she thought that he was taking pictures of her, kind of.
As in kind of like stalking.
And stalking her, and I was like, oh, okay. I like that ending, because that would lead you to maybe a part 2, or just the fact that she's got to kind of be alert all the time. But because she killed him in the movie, that's another thing that I don't understand why they had to change that. Why did she have to kill him?
I fully agree, but I did love seeing him pull that shard of glass out of his head. I was like, don't remove it! You're gonna bleed out! Boom, he's dead.
Pretty much.
But he kind of deserved it a little bit. Choking people and whatnot.
You know.
But I wish they would have followed the book with that, with leaving him alive and frolicking in some place in...
And then her terrified for the rest of her life.
Yeah, because that would have definitely been a great book too, like you said.
Yeah. But I love the conversation with the older woman at the end when she was just like...
It's my fault.
Yeah, and she started... It was an emotional scene. I really liked it. But then when she said to him, Lily kind of saved your life because he was going to
Trick, it was supposed to be you! You was supposed to be the damn one!
But that was a great scene when she was just like, I waxed the floor. Although that was different from the book.
Right, it was.
But it was a great scene, her helping her not own that death.
Yeah.
But gosh, she had a lot of death around her.
Yes.
Yeah, she
What
did.
a sad life.
But I love she was a great actor when she did tell her, when the older lady told Lucy that, it wasn't your fault, it's my fault. It was like a relief that she showed, like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus, I'm not I'm not cursed, kind of.
Exactly.
Teary-eyed and all. Yeah.
So, how did you all like the cast?
Lucy is exactly how I pictured her in my head when I was reading the book, actually. A little homely.
I like Lucy, too.
Yeah.
I actually liked all of the cast.
Yeah.
This isn't really about casting, but I'm about to say, but it kind of... I was at dinner the other night, and there's a table that was sitting kind of across from me, and it was a skinnier, blonde hair, kind of wavy hair, and then like a thicker other white girl with brown hair. And I was like, oh, hey, it's Lily and Lucy. And then I'm like, I can't say this to anybody, because they're not going to understand.
I was getting ready to say, are you becoming one with the book again?
That's all I'm eating. And you know what happened to be at? A Japanese sushi restaurant.
Really?
Yes. I was like, nobody knows. Okay. But anyways, point is, I like the cast enough that I was randomly spotting Lily's and Lucy, or Yeah, movies out of restaurants.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
This is also after like a few glasses of Japanese whiskey.
Well, I kind of already thought about that.
Yeah. Was this before or after the fall?
This was leading up to said fall.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Said fall means I have a sprained ankle right now, and it's after a bunch of Japanese whiskey and dancing.
Okay.
But yeah, I broke my heels. I'm very upset by that.
That's
Got
what
stuck
they
in
said?
the grate and broke my heel. Not my actual foot. The heels
The
I'm
heel
wearing.
on her shoe, which is evidently more important than the broken ankle.
It's not broken, but
said
my heel
sprained.
is broken.
I was with you too, Rhea. I was like, wait, you.
Man, like, you find a perfect, comfortable, like, your foot.
Oh, I agree. I'm a
Go
shoe
into it.
fanatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
exactly.
go get some Gorilla Glue. Oh, I didn't. It'll come back together.
Yeah, and then I break it again.
Yeah.
Well, it'll break somewhere else after that Gorilla Glue comes on it. Believe you me.
Touche. Okay, but back to the casting.
Yeah. So I loved it. I think they did a really good job with their
Yeah,
selection.
I agree.
I have no
I agree.
complaints on who they selected. You, Rhea?
Nah.
Rhea? That cough syrup kicking in right now?
Along with the
Cough
wine.
syrup, the wine, whatever this sniffy stuff is from
Yeah, I need you.
Dubai.
You need to cut that.
Yeah.
The eucalyptus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sniffy stuff.
It's the sniffy stuff.
Sniffy stuff to clear
I
us
know,
on.
but it
Yeah.
sounds
It's the
like
sniffy stuff.
Okay.
It's the sniffy stuff from
Let's just be
Dubai.
clear what type of sniffy
Sniffy
stuff.
Well, that's for you to clarify, not me.
Eucalyptus.
I said from Dubai. You ain't bring nothing else back, did you?
Yeah, pure eucalyptus. I got you cleared up.
Don't know what they're talking about. So you guys ready to rate?
Yes.
Good. What say you, Treva?
Well, I think that it was a pretty good adaptation. So I'm going to give it a long day of work.
Okay.
I thought it was a good adaptation as well. I was giving it a full glass.
Well, you should give it what you want to give it.
I did.
You almost formed it as a.
I was giving it a full glass. It's a full glass for me.
I give it a full glass also. I kind of like the movie better than the book.
Agreed.
Touche, I agree also. The movie was definitely better, but I also give it a long day because of the changes.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. Doesn't get a full bottle, but it was a great read, and the movie's pretty good, so we would encourage you to check it out. The movie can be found on Netflix. So tune in to our podcast next week.
Comment. Let us know what you think.
And thank you, Almi Winery, for your bottle of green apple wine.
Follow us on Instagram at Rewatch Wine, Twitter, and Facebook.
Okay,
Bye.
Goodbye. It's time to go. It's time to go.